With the rise of AI, making a tech pack has never been easier, so you shouldn't be overcomplicating it, especially in 2026. Now, the hardest part of making a tech pack is actually making the mock-up, which is usually referred to as the CAD. A CAD usually looks like this, 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 and this. It's basically just a digital version of a sketch. It's the exact same thing and serves the exact same purpose. And making one is just so easy. Today, I'm going to show you 3 different ways I make vector mockups in Adobe Illustrator for my brand, so you can copy it and do it for yours too. Starting with number 1, which is the one I use the most, is drawing it on Illustrator. You're probably thinking, what do you mean by drawing it? I'm going to show you. So if we go onto the internet and we search for a brand you like, a brand I like, Scuffers. Scuffers make some pretty cool stuff in my opinion. And what's even better is their flat lays. So if we go onto this boxy t-shirt here, we'll scroll down till we get the flat lay. There it is. We'll copy and paste that onto our tech pack in Adobe Illustrator like so. I'll crop it a tiny bit just to get rid of some grayness. And then we're ready to roll. You want to go onto the left side bar and click a tab called the curvature tool. It looks like the pen tool and it's just next to it. It's got a line coming off it. You really can't miss it. Now, all we're going to do is trace half of this. So we only need to focus on one half looking good. So we'll start with our point on the collar here. If you want to make a line straight on the curvature tool, just hold shift and then click and then it'll be straight. So we're going to make a rough outline of the t-shirt here, and notice how I've gone a little bit over halfway because obviously we need to give ourselves a little bit of wiggle room. Now we need to get the shape of the neck. We drag the point on here, add another point. If you want to add another point, just literally click anywhere on the already existing line and you can make a new point. You want to make sure it flows nicely. I mean, it's not going to make a difference to the manufacturer whether it flows nicely, but for your peace of mind, you want your work to look good and presentable. That looks pretty good to me, but what you can't forget is adding in the collar. So to add a new point that isn't on the thing, go onto the select tool, deselect it, and then just start drawing another line with the curvature tool. Make sure the fill is off, obviously, and then put the stroke up. We won't put it as strong as the outline because obviously you want to be able to see the details in different light, and that looks good to me. We've got another one on top here, so if you just click on that, hold option, shift, it'll be right in line, and then we need to do a little bit of adjustments to make sure it lines up with the neck. This is just exactly what the people who sell you vector mock-up packs do, by the way. And the good thing about this is once you've done it once, you don't need to do it again because you can have it saved on file and just edit it. So now you've got your mock-up here. You can basically get rid of the one you've traced and you can see what you've built already. Let's go onto the line tool, add a line straight down the middle. Doesn't matter if it has a stroke on it, but usually I put a stroke on it just so you can see it. Make sure you select everything. Go onto the shape builder tool, which looks like 2 different circles with a cursor on it. And then you want to hold option for minus, so it's going to delete everything you select. Swipe over all that stuff, the little loose bits on the end. You can add hems and stuff into it by doing a dotted line. For just the sake of showing you, I'll show you how to do it. Go onto the line tool again, press onto the stroke tool on the right hand side, press dashed line, and then just do the exact same with the shape builder tool to make it stop evenly. You're going to use the exact same strategy as I did for the collar. So select everything, hold option. You're then going to drag it out while holding shift so it's in line. After it's out of the way of all the others and it's still selected, you want to right click, go to transform and reflect. 90 degrees, fine by me. And then hold it again with the selection tool, bring it in just so everything lines up. And then for one last time, go onto the shape builder tool, click the line down the middle, and you've got a pretty banging T-mock-up. Now that looks all right to me. Not the best, not the worst in the world. This is one I prefer, which I made earlier, so you can see every single thing laid flat. But it just depends what mock-up you like and what you think is the easiest to read. Now all these are still separate. You don't want them to be separate. You want to be able to color it the same thing. So if you press Option Command X on a Mac, it's going to make it live paint. Or on a Windows, that's Option Control X. Command and Control are the same buttons on Mac and Windows. They just give it a different name. Then after that, if you just press K, you get a fill tool. So let's say I want to put this orange. You can put the whole thing orange by just clicking on it because everything's within the shape. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward. I like this one because you can customize it more compared to the other ones, but I will show you the other two now. So going on to number two. Number two is an SVG image trace. Now, if I go onto Google and I type in SVG hoodie mockup, you're gonna get some pretty pants ones, but on Etsy, there might be a couple of them that look okay. This looks all right, to be fair, magnific. If you just copy and paste that into the same file. So when you're selecting what one to use, you need to make sure it's got pretty thick lines, because if they're too thin, the image trace tool on Illustrator just won't pick it up. So this one is from Vector Stock. If you just go onto image trace, it'll do it straight away for you. Press expand, and then you've got everything as a vector that you can actually edit. So same as the last one, if we go like that, we can then color this in. It's really quick, really simple. I would only use this if like you were in a mad rush and you needed to get something together, because I mean, this mock-up looks nowhere near as good as that or easy to read. And the whole purpose of a good tech pack is making sure the instructions on how to make the clothes are as easy as possible for the manufacturer to read. And then moving on to the final way, which is probably why you clicked on this video, is for the AI version. Now the AI version is unbelievable. Let's say we have this mock-up. I can put that mock-up into ChatGPT Image Generator 2, and it needs to be Image Generator 2. In my opinion, it's the best image model out there at the moment, and it's never failed me. Now, you're using AI in tandem with Adobe Illustrator. It's not one or the other, it's both. And you need to make sure you're prompting it properly. The best image generations always have as many reference photos as possible and a very clean, concise prompt. So the one I sort of use is make a professional vector mockup like the reference image with XYZ style. And these are some variations I like to use it in. So I'll have a mockup in a different position so I don't have to draw it again. I'll have an AI realistic mockup, or I'll just make a variation of the same mockup. Just so you're using your time efficiently and not drawing stuff out for 15 minutes just for you to be unhappy on the result. Here's an example of what I mean by different positions as well. So this is a workwear jacket my brand is planning on dropping for fall winter. It's a cotton canvas jacket, sort of like a Carhartt jacket, which I'll pop up somewhere here. And the mock-up looks really good. However, one detail I could not label on my tech pack, I wanted a quilt lining inside, and I didn't really know how to show the jacket open because I couldn't find the image to trace, and I'm not very good at drawing myself. So I just asked ChatGPT to do it for me, and it came up with this, which is literally spot on. That would have taken me probably 3 hours to do, but it took the AI maybe 30 seconds, and that was the first generation because the prompt was spot on and the reference image gave it loads to work with. And my final piece on how to improve your vector mockups with AI is by creating an AI generated realistic mockup. Now here's a realistic floor shot of how I want my product. It's so much easier for a manufacturer to know exactly what you want if you can show them similar examples or a variation or features very similar to what you want. Because your tech pack could be 10,000 words long, but two different people are going to interpret the same words differently. But if they have an image in front of them, it's undeniable and you can't really get it wrong. And just to hammer home the point, I gave ChatGPT the image reference of a Carhartt jacket on the floor. All I wanted it to do was add a frosted texture on top, which I'd give the reference image for. I wanted to make it washed and distressed, which I clearly outlined, and also to add my logo on the pocket, which I also referenced and gave it a guide on where I want the placement. So stop overthinking it when you're making designs for your brand. Thinking of the idea and finding someone who can make it is the hard part. So if you did enjoy this video, please make sure you give me a like and subscribe, because it does help me a lot more than you know. I upload on this channel at least once a week, every single Sunday at 6 PM, just dropping some free game of what I've learned over the past 3 years running my clothing brand Frost. And this week we're going to keep it very short and sweet. Scared money don't make money.